I'm talking like I'm on live or something. Not on live at all. However, I'm breaking. I'm back. I've been gone for a while, for a long time. I probably wouldn't say a long time, but definitely over a year. I've been out of here. Uh, you know, I'm grateful to be back. First of all, I've been guided back here. So, if you're here and you haven't watched my previous videos, like they're real, pretty basic in a way. And when I say basic, I mean they're not like giving like a lot, but what they are giving is some of like a slight bit of my background when it comes to just myself overall and like why I started recording videos. Um, I'm not, yeah, I'm not considering myself like a YouTube influencer or nothing like that. That's not the goal here. Um, my goal here is stepping out and speaking of my truth. Um, it's slightly awkward for me. I'm a bit of an introvert. I can be. What is that? Ambivert. That's what it is. Like I can be outgoing when I want to, but for the most part, I'm introverted. So I'm doing a video and talking to a bunch of people that I really actually not able to interact with right away. It's awkward. It's awkward for me. And so what I'm gonna do on my behalf is keep it as authentic as possible for me, from my perspective. I can't fake the funk. I'm not gonna sit here and act like it's comfortable for me because it's not. It's just something I'm getting used to because I don't really have a choice. I would say for me, like, I came here with purpose to this life. I feel like, people, I want to say people, I feel like a lot of people are understanding life a little bit better. Like they're really diving into themselves. And so my job is to help share the light and spread the light and find the light and help people find the light within themselves. Overall, like that's like my purpose. Like it's a lot deeper. It's kind of generic, if you want to say. It's pretty generic, but basically, but my previous videos, it didn't even speak that deeply to what I got going on. So I would have to say, like, there's people I've somewhat shared myself and my purpose with, so I have a general idea. I'm a pretty hermit. Like when I'm in my shell, I'm in my shell. Sometimes I feel like I want to spread my wings and like spread out and like talk to people, connect with people, and I'm like, that's tough. So what I'm trying to do at this point is align myself with people who, when you hear me talk, you know what I'm talking about. You get it. Because I've been doing a lot of work with myself. So it's just time. It's time to talk. It's time to start sharing. So coming up, I'm going to be doing a session in Richmond, Virginia, if you're out here. I've been doing a lot of planning, a lot of piecing together, putting puzzle pieces of how I'm going to present who I am, what I'm about, my purpose here on this planet. I've been putting all it together, like just being silent with myself. But now at this point, I've been guided to like, talk to the people. So no matter how this reaches people, I wanted to reach people. I want them to know, like, I know for a fact there are people who are looking for me. And I mean that in the best way, like in a healthy way. In a way that, when I say that, people who need to hear the message that I have to give. So I was a little hesitant about it because I would look at like the people that interacted with me on Instagram. And that's like really one of my only other platforms. And it's like how they interacted with me or if they interacted. And so I was hesitant for a while because I'm like, are people not interacting? It's like, okay, because you're not following the right crowd and the right crowd is not following you. So I'm just kind of starting from scratch. All I know is that the message has to be getting, it has to be out. Everything that I have to talk about has to be out. And I'm just grateful. I'm grateful to be a part of those who are supposed to speak out and help with this shift on this planet. Back to my last video. My last videos were about anyway. Anybody who knows about the numbers, like they follow me. Anyway, my last video is talking about my trip across the country. And so I stopped recording. Like, technically I didn't stop recording. Let me take that back. I stopped sharing for a number of things. First of all, I'm impatient. So if people aren't interacting with me, I'm not going to be too eager to put it out there. And so it's just like I had to kind of like deal with that within myself, because it's like, why are you gonna be so impatient? What you running for? Are you going somewhere? That's just like, that's what, me talking to me. And so yeah, like I also looked at it as in, I felt like if I was always recording and always like sharing with you guys, trying to interact with people, I'm losing the experience. Like the experience of taking this trip, doing this with myself. It was just me, my spirit, my guys, my soul. Like that's the universe. Like that was all that was with me. And so, no, I'm not gonna say that. Like I have some really supportive family members, and even though I didn't want their help, but if I was in a spot, like they looked out. So it was just like, I'm grateful to have them. But yeah, I did make it across. I made it all the way across, and yeah, it was interesting. It got interesting real fast. Probably like right after that video, I was just like, oh fuck, like what would you do? So at this point, I'm gonna be talking about all of that. Like I'm gonna talk about all of that, but also about how I've gotten to where I am now, where I'm still awkward, but still willing to listen to what I hear and share what I hear, share what I feel. This channel is strictly to kind of like honestly connect with my tribe, for real. Again, there's someone who needs to hear this video. There's someone who needs to hear everything that comes out of my mouth from this point and forward. I'm currently just reaching the end of my course to be a certified life coach as well. So like you're gonna get a little bit of all of that. So I want to try and keep it in order. My brain don't really go in order. I go in whatever brain ways we go. Whichever brain waves we on is where I go. But I'll try to reel it in, keep it short and sweet for the most part for videos like this. So that's generally what this is about, what I'm about. Yeah, so I got some notes, so I'm just trying to keep myself in place. Yeah, so like as far as me stop recording, I have so many different clips and pics and so many different stories to share, so much. Like I gotta share the real. I said that, I think I said that in one of like the first videos. Like if I'm gonna share, I'm gonna share the real. And honestly, I didn't really know what y'all would want to see. Like I didn't know what anyone who was watching it interested, what they want to see. So I was like, you know what? I don't really want to put the mental space into trying to keep up with like recording and editing. Editing takes a minute. Like people who are doing this often, more power to you. Like your patience and dedication I'm gonna do my best to keep it going. But I know this is deeper than just sharing with you guys what I'm doing. Like, it's so beyond that. And so, yeah, that's what we're gonna do. So again, this was about me reintroducing myself and like putting myself back on my channel. I'm in my own space now, so that trip across the country taught me a lot. It also taught me that, you know, the nomad life is cool. However, I like my space, so I got that. So now I have the space to do what I need to be doing here. Hopefully the sound isn't too bad. You know, this is just me getting started, so I don't have a bunch of fancy equipment. It's just me, my phone, and my lap, and my space. So welcome. Welcome. Let's see. So I'm basically, for like my next video coming up, is going to share with you guys pretty much what happened after, where was I headed? Chicago, I think. So Chicago, I'm just gonna go ahead and put Chicago in here. It's not, we're not too far in at this point, but I don't even know if, I think I did record that night when I was on my way to Chicago, and like I just left PA. PA was my last stop from where, well actually I'm lying, I left Ohio. What part of Ohio was I in? I don't think it was Cincinnati. It was Columbus. Yeah, so I was in Columbus, Ohio. That was my first stop from after, like, well, my last stop from when I didn't know anyone. Like, when I left PA, that was it. I didn't know nobody else. So I was headed to, I went out to Columbus. Columbus was cool. It's a college town, so it's a college town. So I'm sorry, y'all, if I smile or if I stop and smile, it's because I promise you, it's just, I love when I get confirmation, you know, of what I'm doing is right. This is exactly what you're supposed to be doing. So I'm grateful for the confirmations, and when I see him, like I can't help but to smile, because it's just like, man, you fuck with me. Anyway, damn, I forgot what was that. Oh, Columbus. Columbus is a college town, and so what I was doing to make bread. So like, all right, when I said in the last video that I didn't plan anything, when I said that, like, on some no bullshit, I really didn't plan a damn thing. I think I said it in the last video, I was grateful that I ran into, cross paths with someone who was a fan of geography. And so, you know, she helped me map out like 8-hour increments. Like, she taught me something. Like, that was actually a dope. What she taught me how to break it down, like, into time, because my ass would have been driving like 4 hours, stopping to go do something stupid. Like, so, did I just say that much? If I did, let me take that back. I love me. So, but I do be doing silly shit sometimes, so it comes out. Anyway. Yeah, so just knowing me, I would have been taking like those small increments, taking forever to get over there, or either driving way too long. Probably like sun up to sundown or something. And so she helped me like make that make sense. And so I was grateful for her, and grateful for my friend I met through her. Like, it was just there for me on my outro, in a way. My friends that let me stay with them in PA, like, they was just there for me, you know? And like, when I was out there, I got my bartending license when I was in DC. And so like, I tried to use, my plan was to use that, and I was doing rideshare, like Uber, Lyft, whatever the fuck, because I quit my full-time job. So I quit that because I was just like, nah, you know, I was just in a place where I could tell it's burnout, and I just wasn't being the best me that I could be, you know? So I decided to quit, and I probably didn't quit in like with the best backup, you know. But I mean, actually, the backup wasn't bad. Like the backup actually makes bread. If you make it make bread, it's gonna make the bread. So, but I didn't quit my job with like a bunch of funds in my pocket. Again, this video is me being completely authentic. Like I may not get too personal, but when the part is like, you know, I'm trying to talk about something here, I'm just gonna be authentic. It just depends. I have to fill out how comfortable I feel, and then once my audience, and not audience, but my tribe starts to really show up and show face, you know, I'll continue to like let myself get more comfortable, because again, this is a space that I have to fill. This is my incense, and it's like aggressive. I don't know if y'all can see all the smoke, but it's not aggressive right now. I just want a little incense. I don't want the whole sense. Dang, I got aggressive fast as hell. Anyway, so yeah, when I left with probably like, no bullshit, like $600 in my pocket. I was like, oh, that'll cover me all the way across. And well, you know, I didn't calculate how much gas I could possibly have to use. Like I had an SUV at the time, so it was just like, you gotta put a lot of gas in here, you know? Gas ain't cheap. You gotta put at least 60 to keep it going, and we're driving hours. We're driving across the country. I didn't calculate none of that. So that's good. I'm here. I'm alive. It was a great experience, you know? All worked out. Got to, let's see, Chicago. No. Okay, so after Cleveland, it was Chicago. Chicago was my first night sleeping in my car. I got to, no, wait. Yeah, my bad. I'm trying to remember what Des Moines was before. Where the map? Anybody got a map? It's just me. Ain't nobody here. I mean, well, my God's here, but I just can't remember which one I was. I actually think Des Moines was first, so I went to Des Moines. So I could work in Columbus. I was saying Columbus is a college town, so like they were trying to give you like pennies on the dollar for these students. I was like, I don't know, I had to spread out and go outside of, I can't remember where I went to, but I just like kind of went outside of the college town and trying to get some outside rides. Just wanted to try to build my bread while I like made my way across. So what I didn't do is I didn't call Uber and talk to them to let them know I was going to be traveling across the states. I didn't think it was going to be, I thought it was going to be chill. Like, I called DC and they was cool with it. Like, when I got to DC, I could do ride share. So it was like, of all places, if I could do it in DC, I could do it anywhere. Like, what the fuck? The DC is nuts. Have you ever driven in DC? I ain't shitting y'all. I fuck with DC hard. But y'all are nuts. Your driving should be, everyone put it in the trash. Let's start over, because I don't care. You just drive over anyone. Anyway, so I figured if I could do it there, then it couldn't be possible that I couldn't do it in some of these larger cities, bruh. So I did was at Cleveland, not Cleveland. I don't know. I was absolutely not doing Cleveland, but, and again, no shade to these cities. I had to think about a lot of different stuff. I'm out here by myself. So Columbus, that was cool. Des Moines, I'd never been to Des Moines before, and it was a nice town. People were nice. It's just like the business wasn't like, it wasn't good for like rideshare and shit. They was just really BSing you. Uber is I ain't gonna talk bad about them on this channel. Like, they do what they need to do if you need them to do it. Like, if you're gonna make them do it, then they're gonna do it. When I say that, it's like, if you're gonna make the bread happen, you'll make the bread happen. But you just gotta really be out there for a minute if you're trying to make some pretty bread. Anyway, speaking of money. So, that was my plan. Like, I was like, I'm gonna put about $600 in my pocket. I'm going to do rideshare across, all the way across, and I'm going to eventually stop for a little while, and I don't know how long, but find somewhere to bartend. So, this is my plan in mind. That's the plan that I had. Like, that was the idea that I had. All the little pieces, I'm not your planning person. You know, that's not my lane. And I didn't find anyone to do that. I just figured my mind and my heart said all trust in the universe, all trust in myself that I'm good, trust in my soul, that what I'm feeling that I'm supposed to be doing is what I'm supposed to be doing, regardless of how I'm getting it done. This is what's supposed to be happening, as in me making the trip across the country. So I didn't even fret at the idea that I didn't think of the little stuff, but I had to learn it as I did it. And so for me, it got interesting real fast because I'm taking on situations I've never ever been in before. And so I'm like, by the time I'm on the way to Chicago and I decide to call, son, you okay? We just came from eating your butt. Get out of here. But my son just been so mellow. I don't know what's happening. Maybe he's just tired of me, probably. He's sick of my shit. I love you. This is my dog. I don't have no two-legged son. I got a four-legged son. Can you see him? Black ass sinking. Oh, sorry, black ass. He's black. He's absolutely black. Why would he be? His mother is black. His father. Yo, come on, man. Get on. Get on. Get your paws off my counter. Get off my counter. I love you, but you have to get your paws off my counter. Okay? Because you stink. Stinking. But I love you. Get down. Get down. I appreciate you. So much gratitude for visiting us. Yeah. Shit, I don't have no clue what I was talking about. Son, find somewhere to lay. My setup is a little bit ghetto. Just a little bit for right now. It's just temporary, but I'm okay with that. All that matters is that I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. That's all that matters. Des Moines, yes. So Des Moines was cool. I think I did all that. It was cool. The bright was just low. On the way to Chicago, right? On the way to my black ass going through Illinois to get to Chicago, and because the original goal was to go northwest. My first goal was to get to Seattle. And so, mind you, Illinois is like damn near in the middle of the country, right? I mean, I think it's still East Coast time, Eastern Standard Time, or is it Mountain? If it's Mountain, either way, to me, that was damn near the middle of the country. And I called them to let them know, to get them to activate me and activate my profile in Chicago. And so, and she said the words out of her mouth, I plan on only being in Chicago for like a very minimal amount of time, like as in a day. I just wanted to get in and get out. Just wanted to get in, go to sleep. Actually, I wanted to get in, make some bread, go to sleep, whip up and go. And going on the way out there, and I wonder if they could have done it like in a different city, but I think it was like the state of Illinois. Like they wanted you to get a car inspection, and their car inspections were $100+. I was like, for a car inspection, for what? For $500 to pay to work for one day? I wasn't doing that. I'm like, I have to make sense of my bread. You know, I didn't pack lunch, so I gotta make sense of it, right? If you could just please spare me, I would be so grateful. Thank you. You don't know what he is about to do. Use your imagination. He's an old grandpa dog. Well, he's not old grandpa yet. Anyway, he getting up there, and he has things. Let's just skip that. I just want him to spare me. I didn't want to be a part of that. Yeah, they wanted you to get $100 car inspection just to do Uber, and it was like something else too. If I'm not mistaken, I think they required you to have their license plate, maybe. I can't remember. Anyway, so first of all, anyone who's choosing who may do a cross country trip, as well, check all especially if you're gonna use rideshare, check all your avenues, please. So I am on my way to Chicago. I called them and I'm like, asking them that, and they're telling me that. I was like, are you sure? Check the record again. I don't think that's right. And so then after she said that, I was like, what the fuck? Okay, well, what's next? What about, I think I started going over some states across the top, which honestly, I was already saying, I don't want to get into snow. Because I don't have snow tires. I just have regular SUV tires. Like, they were decent tires, but it was just like, I just don't want to be in that situation. So, like, let it just be clear all the way across. And I wasn't being a punk or nothing, but I know you get in the mountains, and like, I never did this before. I just have a regular SUV. Yeah, SUV. And so I'm just like, but I knew what my goal was. So for me, it was like, we're just going to do whatever it is we got to do. However, let's just let it be clear. So once she said that, I was just like, bro, you're blowing me. No. Okay, so what's that? What about, what was up there? Something. I asked her about that. She was talking about whatever she was talking about. Something I couldn't do. I got basically all the way asking about Seattle. Seattle wants you to have the driver's license, the license plate, inspection, all the stickers, pay the fines. I'm like, bruh, what the fuck? They just say you want me to live here. Started going down the West Coast. Like, okay, well, where can I work on the West Coast? Got to about California. Well, California wants you to have an address in that state or city, and you have to what was it? Oh, put them on your the first insurance. I'm like, bruh, what the you gotta be kidding me. They told me. So we basically, after I knew I couldn't work in any of the corner states, I was like, all right, well, damn, I had to do exactly what the other thing I didn't want to do, which was go across the middle of the country, like through Nebraska. I didn't want to do none of that, honestly. And so I was like, well, what's the next direction? And so I think I talked to my friend, the same one that helped me with the geographical, like, locations, probably best areas to stop in. And so we talked about me going down 70, which is just basically straight across the middle of the country. So I was just like, okay, all right, fuck it, let's do it. That's really all I got, because then they started telling me the states that I could work in. So I can't remember if Des Moines was after. I don't remember. It was before or after, one way or another. That was one of the other states I could work in the middle. Honestly, almost most of in the middle I couldn't work in. And then they told me, then they tell me that I can work in freaking Utah, Salt Lake City. Of course, I drive there. I'm like, okay, that's in the path. Let's just do that. Cool. I can make some bread there before I get into California. I should be good. Can you feel the stress? Just like steaming off of me. It was stressful. But I'm here. And I'm grateful for the whole experience. And I'm gonna keep reminding myself of that. It's not complaining. It's just when you think about it and you're like, shit, I've done some shit. I've gone through some shit. Solely on my own doing, because no one told me not to plan and look into these things. I decided that wasn't going to be something I was going to do. I was just going on faith. Like, here we go. Let's go. So, Anyway, my throat dry. Oh, my water. No.